The SF-24 has already been shipped to Sakhir, where on Wednesday, the only preseason testing session with all teams will begin at the Sakhir circuit. Technicians from Maranello have gathered positive information both in the dynamic bench tests and during the filming day. Those with the stopwatch mentioned a pace 6 to 8 tenths faster than the disappointing SF-23. In just a few days, the only Formula One preseason testing session will commence, finally providing a sense of how the winter break may have changed the field's dynamics with the debut of the new 2024 single-seaters. All eyes are therefore on the Sakhir track, which will be called upon to provide the first judgments on the 2024 cars. The presumed convergence towards the lines of the Red Bull RB19, the car that dominated the 2023 F1 championship with Max Verstappen, has occurred less than anticipated. The Scuderia, with the new red car, has corrected the mistakes that had influenced the performance of the SF-23, and it seems to have put on the track a very consistent car. Fast? It is obviously too early to say, but the 200 kilometers of last Wednesday's filming day went smoothly without the slightest hitch, a sign that the preparatory work on the dynamic bench has been fruitful in starting the on-track development on the right foot. Therefore, the SF-24 comes with different credentials than the cars that preceded it the previous year. All indicators are decidedly more positive, confirming the smiling faces of both drivers and technicians. It's not quite the time to talk about performance. We'll wait for that during the 3 days in Bahrain in direct comparison with the competition. But to strengthen the consistency of the red car, we can add that the pace with Pirelli demo tires was significantly better than that of the SF-23. This is partly due to the fact that porpoising was not observed, and the chronic tendency to understeer that characterized last year's car was also absent. The goal of providing the drivers with an easy car to drive and less critical in setup seems to have been achieved. The SF-24 is gentler on the tires, a sign that the new layout, longer chassis and shorter gearbox, will contribute to making the red car more stable. Some outside the team even recorded lap times. No attempt to set a Fiorano track record with little fuel in the tank, but some passages were seen 6 to 8 tenths better than the disastrous debut on the home track last year. After unveiling the SF-24, Ferrari took the car to Fiorano for a filming day during which the Maranello team tested various setup configurations and compared the data with that collected in the simulator and on the dynamic bench during the winter. Alessandro Stefanini, a former Autosprint journalist known as the man from Fiorano, provided encouraging news to the fans by managing the stopwatch at the Fiorano track. The information was shared on Motorsport Italy's YouTube channel, where Franco Nugnes reported the words of the Italian journalist Stefanini. Last year, when analyzing the lap times set by the SF-23, a car that proved to be slow from the early laps, he confessed some observations to his colleagues, pointing out that the SF-23 won't do anything great. However, when he studied the behavior of the SF-24, his reaction was very different. He reportedly confirmed that this car is definitely faster. Franco Nugnes told the Ferrari fans that this year, the Maranello team won't probably go for the win, but it will certainly be less of a struggle for them. To confirm this thesis, there are the lap times set by Charles Leclerc during the filming day. The Monegasque driver recorded a personal best time of 56.81, 8 tenths faster than his best time with the SF-23 last year, with the same updates. Carlos Sainz, on the other hand, stopped the clock at 57.21. It's not time for big statements because the feedback in February 2023 was far from encouraging, and problems can emerge when the car is pushed to the limit. However, the indications for now are genuinely encouraging. Ferrari is aligned with the project targets. Will they be enough to challenge the Red Bull RB20 with its shape so different from the car that dominated with 22 wins out of 23 races? Obviously, we don't know, but a more precise verdict will come this week with the tests that will begin to provide indications on the potential of cars born with very different solutions. Will Max Verstappen be vulnerable? Adrian Newey's car has boldly interpreted the development of his winning concepts with theoretically innovative and groundbreaking solutions. Will the genius go his own way again to be chased again? Ferrari has not sought leaps into the unknown, opting for very rational choices. Will putting everything in its right place be enough to restore confidence and enthusiasm to the fans of the prancing horse? By midweek, we will understand who has indeed focused on substance.